How you doing? This is Melvin Brown. Welcome back to Melvin Brown Experience. Today is not going to be a story time, but today is going to be another topic. Now listen, I hear y'all. I understand where y'all coming from. When you get spell work done, sometimes things has to get worse before it gets better. What do I mean by that? Let me give you an example. Now, let's just say the spiritual practitioner doing spell work for you. And let's just say you ask for protection. What can happen during that situation with protection? People that you once hanged out with, that you call family, will stop hanging out with you. Then they will show their true colors towards you. Let's just say, for example, they might want to set you up, or they might talking shit behind your back. Now, let's just say you find out about this. I had a client. Let me give you an example. Let me give you a quick example. So I remember probably a year and a half ago, I did work for a client. They wanted protection. What wound up happening? His friend was talking shit behind his back. Stop fucking with him. Remind you, they was about to do a big business deal. When I mean a big business deal, like this was like a cryptocurrency dispute that was about to go down. What wound up happening, he left him out of it. His friend wound up making a lot of money out of it, but what wound up happening, boom, he yelled at me. He cussed me out like it's my fault that he could have been very wealthy, had his shit together, but for some reason he came to me and he felt like he fucked my life up. What happened? A few months later, that man was in some federal charges. And you know one thing about the feds, they own you. And they have, I think, a 98% conviction rate. So whatever's about to go down, the protection ritual got him out the way. And he was really upset, like, Melvin, you gave me protection and everything. I lost my friend. I lost my business deal. That business deal was not meant for you. That friend was bound to stab you in the back a long time ago, and you didn't listen. So when you finally listened and you saw the truth out of shit, a few months later, he got locked up. He's in jail, but you're free. You got business deals coming your way with all your money coming back guaranteed. When you was working with your friend, you was going to get a lump sum of that shit. So that's what I mean. Things get worse before it gets better. Let me give you another topic. So I remember a few months ago, I was working with this one client. She's divorced, but she was currently living with her husband. What wound up happening was she wanted love work. She wanted to be with this guy that she was seeing. I told her that was not a good idea. That was not a good idea. She said, Melvin, listen, I'm going to pay you. I don't care if it's not a good idea. I want this man. The reason it wasn't a good idea, with that type of energy, that love magic energy, it was going to gravitate towards anybody that was around you that had a strong attraction towards you. And what's going to happen is you're going to sabotage your own work. So I warned her. She didn't listen. I said, I'm going once. She said, Melvin, just do the work. I'm going twice. Melvin, just do the work. I'm going to tell you one more time. I'm going to tell you again. Melvin, I just want the work. What wound up happening was her husband was trying to make sexual advances on her. One day, she gave in on his advances. Her ex-husband caught feelings. So he figured out that she was seeing somebody else. He went through her phone, called the guy, and said, stay away from my wife. She don't want to be with you. Blase, blase. And literally sent this man some explicit pictures of them getting busy. That target that she wanted to be with didn't want nothing to do with her. What wound up happening, my client snapped out on me like it was my fault. I warned this woman, don't do that. If you want love work, move out your house. Even though you and your ex-husband are separated, divorced, move out your house. But people no, it's for the sake of the kids and everything. But still, with love work energy, anybody can be attracted. We all human. We give in to sex and everything, and you gave in, and let's just say he caught feelings, and the rest is history. So what wound up happening, he didn't want nothing to do with her. So she was yelling at me like it was my fault. I had to yell at her and check her. So what wound up happening was she moved to a new apartment. As soon as she moved to a new apartment, we had to redo the work. Next thing you know, boom. Within probably a month and a half, her and her targets start getting communication. Now they're on the verge of reconciling. And it's getting better, and their bond is getting stronger than ever. Shit like that happens sometimes. With love work, when shit gets worse, I seen worse than that. I seen people target get pregnant or having a baby on the way. They didn't want nothing to do with them. I seen people through restraining order process. I seen it all. Family didn't want nothing to do with them. And all they had to do is sit there and wait. But shit was going to get worse. Yo, what made it even more worse? I remember one time I did a love work for somebody. Yo, his ex-girlfriend family did not want nothing to do with this man. Bro, when they start talking again, the family, I'm just going to say guns was involved, but everything got squashed down. And let's just say they had to compromise with the situation and accept what it is. So, sometimes love work can get really, really dangerous, and sometimes it can get worse before it gets better. Like, yo, when I mean gets worse, it gets worse. Like I can't give you all examples because this is a topic, but it gets worse. Now, let's talk about this. This is something brand new. So I remember about a year and a half ago, a client came to me, a great, talented person, like they into music, and they were like, yo, Melvin, do you do fame and fortune? I said, yeah, I could do fame and fortune, but I don't know how to do it, but I know how to do it. Does that make sense? He was like, okay, I'm going to pay you, do what you got to do. So, did the fame and fortune ritual for him. What wound up happening was his intuition started spiking. He did not know what the fuck was going on. Now, when people think about fame and fortune, they think, oh my God, I'm about to be famous. No. You're going to have to go through some bullshit before you get there. So what wound up happening was this man found out the truth about his management. Not only they were stealing money, but they was giving him bullshit shows that he was never going to succeed in. Basically setting him up for failure. So what wound up happening, he walks away. Death threats was involved. What else happened? He had to move out of town. Then all of a sudden, he came out with some music. All of a sudden, found the right people, went to the right people. I'm not going to tell too much about that situation. But he had to go through some shit to get where he at right now. And basically, that's what I'm saying. Is he famous right now? No. But do he have songs on the way? Yes. I can't give out names. That's all I got to say. I signed an NDA. When you do any type of spell, things get worse before it gets better. Things get worse before it gets better. Now, let me give you another example. We're going to talk about money work. Everybody always want money. There's money drawing, or they want to just do the most unrealistic shit. Like when I mean unrealistic shit, let me give you an example. Somebody working at, let me give you an example. Somebody that's working at a minimum wage 9-to-5 job. Now, let me get to my story. So I remember one time, it was this one person, right? They came to me. This person was a client of mine for about 3 years. We still good friends to this day. He was like, yo, Melvin, can you do me a favor? I said, yeah. He said, yo, I want more money. I want a better job. I'm tired of shit. Can you do a ritual? I said, bro, if I do this ritual, you can lose your job. Are you stacked up? Do you have money in the savings? Yes. I said, all due respect, sir, can you please screenshot me a picture of your savings? I looked at his savings. I said, okay, how much is your rent, your mortgage? He told me the price. I said, all right, look, I'm going to do the ritual, but it's up to you. Now, this person wanted to be a software engineer, like working with computers. So I put the ritual in the air. Within a month, he wound up losing his job. He cussed me the fuck out, saying, Melvin, I loved that job. I said, bro, did you just come to me talking about you wanted this and you wanted that? He said, yeah, but I didn't know what was going to happen. I said, bro, I warned you something was going to happen. So what wound up happening, it took about 6 months for it to start working. So he was pissed off at me to a point that he didn't want to call me. So all of a sudden, he would call me, we'll talk, and then we'll get in an argument. I told him, bro, this is what you wanted. He said, but how am I going to get a job? I'm trying to apply for stuff. I'm like, first of all, do you even have a degree? He said, no. Do you know a lot about computers? He said, yes. I said, do you have a friend that has a job that works in computers? He said, yes. Talk to your friend. The friend gave him the runaround. Basically, wasn't fucking with him. Stopped fucking with his friend. So what wound up happening, he calls me, yo, Melvin. I'm like, yo, what's up? He said, yo, it's like a software school that's giving out people certificates. Should I apply for it? I said, bro, you said you wanted to work in computers. The spell's in the air. That's your omen. Go through the door. What wound up happening within I'm going to say a year and a half, but within the time he was in school, one of the people that was teaching him, fuck with him heavy, wound up giving him a job. His big fucking break. This man is now making $250,000 without a college degree, and all you had to do is follow the format. Listen, when you get spell work done, I don't care what spell you want. There's going to be a storm before you see the sun. When it rains, it pours. It is up to you to listen to your spiritual worker and follow that formation. I guarantee you, if you listen to your spiritual worker, follow the formations, when doors start opening, I don't care in what category, walk through the doors. Sometimes in spell work, things has to get worse before it gets better. I wish sometimes the stuff that y'all ask for, it can be an easy trip, but the way how the universe want to set it up for you, it has to be rough. You have to remember where you came from. Magic is like a philosophy. You have to go through some stuff, and then you can understand where you at now in the future, what you had to go through in your past in order to get what you had to get. This is Melvin Brown. This is the Melvin Brown Experience. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, email me. I'm out. The email will be linked under the description and comment section.